Hi everyone, it's Frank again. Happy Thursday. I guess since I talked about split grip rods and full grip rods yesterday, we're just going to make this a whole week of rods. So this is going to be rod week, maybe 5 or 7 tip of the days on why to do certain things. And it's a lot of information to pack in for 5 minutes, but I know I can make it happen. So let me put myself on a stopwatch. Imagine that. That's how time conscious I am. So if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, I know I've gotten a lot of views in one day off the tip of the day, and I want to keep these things rolling. Please subscribe. Thank you for those that have subscribed. So first of all, I came up with this idea when I was just talking about these rods. One of these rods I talked about yesterday, the other didn't. They're both the same brand. So what we're going to do today is, I'll just pop that logo up there for you so you can see it. If you haven't seen or heard of these rods, these are, gotta be careful here not to hit the tip. These are G.Loomis rods. Now, they're not pronounced Gloomis. Gary Loomis is a real guy, and he sold the company to Shimano. Little history on the company. Basically, what happened was Cabela's placed the first order for these rods before anybody carried them. There was a little financial transaction, and they were able to build these very fine-tuned blanks, expensive. A lot of anglers think that they're out of their price point. This one here, first of all, I'll talk about this one here. This is a discontinued GL2. But what this is this is like a light jigging rod or something along these lines. So on a 6-foot rod, look at the tip on that rod. I mean, that is just an absolutely super amazing tip on this rod for a 6-footer. Now, Loomis has very specific line weights. This is 4 to 8 pound, 1/32 to a quarter. So a lot of times, like their newer drop shot rods, they're just going to be softer and more balanced in essence than a less expensive drop shot rod. So if you're looking for balance, feel, and comfort, that's where you want to be if you're going to roll with something like an E6. Also, with the prices in mind, you also have to bear that they're American made, so American labor costs more money. Maybe a slight plug that we should buy American, at least one, right? And then everybody would be happy. Both these are classic tapers, but this one here is an IMX 7 medium. So what this does is this gets you that tip on a medium. I mean, I'm not even touching it, and it's moving. I mean, it's just really amazing. The IMX is pretty much 1 or 2 steps down from their top of the line. Traditionally, the GLX was the higher modulus. IMX is a little less. So what do you get on a rod that's around a $300 price point like your IMX? If you fish early or late season, these are going to give you sensitivity that something like a Fenwick HMG, though that's probably your best name brand rod for the money. Fenwick HMG would be the one that I would say I would gauge all the others by. Your IMX is going to give you good feel on structure and vegetation. If you're starting out and you're using a less expensive rod for a lot of situations because you think that's what you're suited for, you get something like this and you're going to catch fish. You're going to learn how bass relate to structure. You're going to be able to anticipate strikes, and you can use this higher dollar rod as a tool. Of course, Loomis has come with really good cork, Fuji grips, really good guides. These are all Fujis. These are a couple classics that I implement. My IMX, like I mentioned earlier, early spring and later on in the fall. And I was using this as just an unweighted warm rod before I was stitching on the shorter end, just to kind of showcase that I do know something about short rods. Maybe a short rod video will come up. And of course, maybe give this out too. This actually, give a little, known for my spoilers, this is a Daiwa Capricorn reel. If you go on TackleTour.com, a lot of people believe the Shimano Stratic, best reel ever made for the money. Well, on Tackle Tour, the Capricorn, this line, and they built a lot of these different types of reels, starting at like $45 all the way up to like $300 or so, or about $200. On Tackle Tour, is scored better than the Stratic, than the old Japanese-made Stratics. So I'm a Daiwa guy. I'll plug those Daiwas because they are great. And Tackle Tour leans kind of heavy towards Shimano. But we'll get the reels out of the way. We're back to the rods. And the tip of the day for today is don't be afraid to, most of the stores, they have a return policy on a rod. If it's not what you're looking for, you may need to buy a rod and return one. But the tip of the day is if you want to feel in the fall, especially right now, if you want to feel structure, if you want to feel vegetation, if you want to keep your casting, and your casting accuracy and your distance is going to remain top notch. If you want all those things and you want something that's going to perform, try a higher blend G.Loomis rod. You won't be disappointed, and I'm not saying you need to have a whole rod locker full of them, but 1 or 2 in your arsenal for maybe early, late season fishing. I mean, to be honest with you, even on an economy rod, if you're bass fishing for largemouth, 8-12 feet down midsummer, you're gonna be able to detect those strikes. Here I am, I'm up at 5 minutes. You're gonna be able to detect those strikes, but there's so many strikes that are softer early and late in the season that the IMX is gonna give you. But you don't need to have an IMX. You can try the E6, which replaced the GL2. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Thanks for watching. My 5 minutes is up on G.Loomis rods. It's rod week, so tip of the day 3 is going to be about more rods. Take care, everyone. Thank you.